morning. What's goody? I always have a messy background, but I live in a tiny loft apartment and I resell and things are just always all over the place, so it always looks cluttered. So please mind that. I am in the process of looking for a new house, or I'm in the process of looking for a house. I've been doing so for a while, but more so now than in the past. Anyways, now that that's out of the way, I still got sleep in my eyes. Please excuse that as well. We are going on our fitness walk, our prayer walk, our praise and worship walk, and I wanted to probably do like a special video today to do like maybe what I eat in a day, because I started finally losing the weight. I started seeing slightly better numbers with, you know, like my temps and stuff like that on most days, and I wanted to, you know, walk myself through it because I am trying to, I started this channel so that I can hold myself accountable to lose weight, improve my health, and tone up. And right now I am having like hormonal balance issues, and I think that is it's making, what am I trying to say? It's making my weight loss. It's making my weight loss a lot harder. Like, I've gained weight over the past few years due to this thing, and it's been hard for me to put it off, and I finally found something that's been helping. So hopefully that I'm losing the weight, that I'm also improving that issue. So I'm gonna take you on a day of what I do when I eat in a day. So yeah, I feel like I'm just stumbling over my words, not really making a lot of sense, but listen, I just woke up less than 10 minutes ago. Please keep that in mind. Okay, so I feel like I've told the story so many times, so, and I know you guys probably haven't heard it, but just people in my life, I've mentioned it on my other YouTube channel. But basically, the reason why I choose walking over other exercise stuff is because I suspect adrenal issues. I was hospitalized in 2018. That's the year that my whole health just took a complete dive. But I was hospitalized back in that year due to severe vertigo, and that was the main thing. That was the main thing. That's how it started, was the severe vertigo. And then a whole bunch of other symptoms came after that too, including the hormonal issues and the weight gain and all the other stuff. And I went to the doctors. Nobody could figure out what was going on. I noticed that my blood sugars were all off. It was a whole mess. But it took one person on YouTube like 2 years ago to open my eyes to what was going on as far as the adrenal parts go. And basically I was overworking myself when everything started, and I was underfed, and I was sleep deprived. And I don't know if that started the issue, but he made a list of like 80 things that was going wrong with him, and almost everything on the list I was going through too. So walking is my preferred method at this point, and I try to do 15,000 steps. Okay, you guys, that was quite the walk. lighting is better this way. Oh my gosh, you guys, that was quite the walk. I have my tree up 24/7, by the way, year round, 24/7. It's the only Christmas thing that I keep up here. Well, actually, I have some Christmas mugs on the stove too that I never take down because I don't want to put them away and accidentally break them, so they just stay out. But that is not why we're here. We are here to discuss what happened on the walk. On my walk, I was just like what I like to do is I like to first listen to worship music, and then afterwards I'd like to pray and talk to God. So as soon as I finish listening to my worship music and I turn on the street so I can start praying to God or whatever, I was like, man, Lord, it is such an amazing day today. I was like, the birds are chirping, it's so sunny, so perfect. And I saw like people like on their lawns like doing their stuff. And then this guy's dog just runs away from him, and he runs up to me and he starts playing with me, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're the cutest doggy. And I'm like, God, this is a perfect day. All of this is happening, and then the cutest dog runs up to me to greet me and stuff like that. And then the guy whose dog it is, he was like, is that your dog? And I thought he was joking, and I started laughing. I was like, I wish. And he's like, I don't know who he belongs to. I'm like, well, he's really friendly. He belongs to someone, but I'm still not really, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking what was really going on. Anyways, as I start walking, I noticed that the dog is following me now, okay? So he didn't just greet me, he greeted me and he's following me. So he follows me up the street, and I turn around to see if the guy is gonna call him back, because it's his dog. And the guy disappeared. So I realized that he really was not joking. That was not his dog. And he really wanted to know if it was mine. So now the dog is following me, probably like a few feet ahead of me, a few feet behind me. But now I've been given the responsibility of taking care of this dog, because this guy just disappeared. So I'm walking up and down the street. People are like walking, kind of avoiding the dog, because they're thinking he's probably like violent or something. And I think some people thought he belonged to me, and I'm sure they were wondering like, why doesn't this lady have a dog on the leash? It's not my dog, you guys. It's not my dog. And I asked a couple of them, I'm like, do you know who this dog belongs to? Is this your dog? Like, I kept asking over and over and over, and nobody knew. Nobody's seen this dog before, nothing. So I, at some point, am just walking up and down, making sure that he doesn't run out into the main road, because we're like all in the back streets right now. And I start getting nervous, because I'm like, I'm getting ready to start work soon, because I work from home and I have to clock in soon, but I'm here dealing with this dog situation. This is not the first time this has happened. Someone else put the responsibility on me of taking care of a random dog on the street. That's a whole nother story for another day. But so I took a picture of the dog and I posted on Nextdoor, because on Nextdoor, you know, they can you can post like if there's dogs or cats or whatever missing in the neighborhood, you can help them find them. And I put them on there. I'm like, there's this friendly dog here, he's running on such and such street, come get him quickly before he runs into traffic, da 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 da. And then like 5 minutes later, this lady's like walking, it looks like her grandchild's like in a stroller, and she's kind of like avoiding the dog. And then she stopped avoiding him because she looked and saw me, and I guess she assumed that it was my dog and he was probably friendly. And I was like, do you know who this dog belongs to? And she's like, no, I've never seen this dog before. And as I'm asking her that, this huge truck rolls up next to us, and she stops, and I hear the lady go, you get into this car right now. So I realized it was her. I was like, is he yours? I've been like, for 15 minutes I've been trying to find who he belongs to, and you know, I posted him on Nextdoor, and I was hoping that he didn't run into traffic, and I was starting to get nervous. And she was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, this dog is like Houdini. He escapes and goes places a lot of times, and I think the last time he showed up at Publix or something like that. I was just so grateful that he showed up, because I didn't want to have to bring him home. I have 3 other pets. I have a cat and 2 dogs, and it would have been a mess. And then I'm trying to start work, and I already have a cat here that was lost and is now mine because nobody claimed him. And I'm like, do I have to claim another pet? Because I am notorious for not ever turning down a pet. So I was just it was just going through my head, every possible scenario, but she showed up and we are here now. So I stepped on the scale, you guys, and I wouldn't say for whatever reason I've gained weight because I think I have an idea. Hold on. Although I skipped lunch yesterday, I also had a lot of sunflower seeds. That includes a lot of salt, and I'm sure I'm holding on to a lot of water weight. So I gained 6 ounces. Not a lot of weight, but I should have maintained or at least lost. I ate a lot of sunflower seeds, and I did not get all my steps in. Like, I didn't even get half my steps in yesterday. I shoot for 15,000. I was just having a lazy day, and I only got to 7,000. So typically what I do is I clock into work, I do some work, and then I go and make breakfast. But I am not going to accept being 145 pounds. So I'm going to step on the scale again in an hour or two until we are back at 144, and it will be 144.3, because even if I go down by an ounce is progress. But I am not accepting 145. We are not eating until we get to at least 144.3. And yeah, I'm not super hungry, so it's not going to be a big deal if I'm a little late on eating and stuff. We're going to get some work done now, and then we're going to make our meal. Okay, so I'm at 144.3 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're finally getting ready to eat food. So for the drink, we have apple cider vinegar tea with vitamin C, regular tea bags, some stevia, cinnamon, and something else I'm missing. Oh, and the Himalayan, the pink Himalayan salts. This is for adrenal and insulin resistance assistance. And then we have one sourdough toast with some tahini butter, tahini sauce, whatever you call it, on the sourdough bread, avocado, and 3 things of eggs with some goat cheese, so we can get a little bit of protein and a little bit of calcium in. Sorry, I already started eating, but this is my acai bowl. It has mixed berries, yogurt, Greek yogurt, Ghirardelli chocolate chips, and acai. And this is lunch. Alright, last meal of the day is 11:40 p.m. But I made zucchini spirals with some mushrooms, a whole bunch of sriracha sauce, and broccoli. Not broccoli, I'm sorry. Well, a mixture of greens, like kale and spinach is there on the bottom. Almost like a soup, actually, come to think of it, because I left a lot of liquids in there. And I'm going to drink it down with a kombucha. Woo. Sorry, I don't have good lighting in my kitchen. But that was the whole day of eating. You guys are blinking, so this is the time to put you on the charger, eat, and go to sleep. I'm trying not to eat this late, but things just came up. It was a very busy day, and this is just the time that I had to eat. I'm working on it. Getting up early. Oh my gosh. Probably the pepper. I have to wake up early in the morning because I have an acupuncture appointment I go to every 2 weeks. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my dinner, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.